let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Clock, clock, yeah. Typically new, yeah. Neon signs glow, brick wall behind me. Headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof. I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word for word, no added spin. Let it stand, yeah, let that sink in. Screenshot save, timeline's tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say elected, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
Welcome back to Crime O'Clock on Typically Unique. Hello, hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great today. I know there's a lot going on the YouTube streets right now, but the show must go on. I was over at Bronx Tales, and I know she had the Caden Young interview and lots of interesting information in there. I think I can make some connections to that possibly today. So I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I'm going to go over there and check that out later. I know Christie's Chaos has interviews she's dropping. So the Idaho 4 case is going crazy. It's hard to keep up with everything. And speaking of keeping up, I got this yesterday and I have already been like tearing through it. I started from the beginning. So the part that I've like read, you know, Broken Plea, let's give it a plug. Broken Plea by Christopher Whitcomb. And hey, Dago. Hi, Mike. Hi, Christina. Hi, Jen. Hey, Cassie. Let me say good morning to everybody. Jenna and Becca. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Christina. I changed my background a little bit. I've had this lamp behind me with the stones. It's got a name. I don't know what. I just bought it because it was cool. And then one of my teacher friends was like, "Oh, you have one of those lamps." I'm like, "I don't know what that is. I just liked it." But I don't ever turn it on because, you know, I didn't want a bright light behind me. But I had a purple light from a party that we did. So I put that in there. If that light's annoying, let me know. I can shut it off. I have the same stuff. I just move stuff around. So back to the book. I am reading it page by page, working my way through. I'm not even to chapter 3 yet. This is like all my sticky notes. You can't see. Just from like the first chapter that wasn't even new to me. Like we've already read that, but I still went back and marked things. And when this book was described as a workbook, it is so easy to just skim and scan through it. So that's what I was doing this morning, looking for, because today's show is about Ethan and Xana and trying to nail down their timeline, because that's been one of the biggest mysteries in this case. Why has that been withheld? Why can't they come out and say exactly where Ethan and Xana were? That's a big question. So I'm doing this in parts, and right now I'm just kind of getting the big picture, just looking at all the information we have and identifying information. And then later I'll like start narrowing down like a more specific timeline and information, things like that. So, yeah, it was easy to skim and scan through this and see, find what I needed, right? And it was described as being in chronological order. That helps a lot. So my little bookmark here, I've had this forever. A student got it for me. It's a giant paper clip with this little I thought the butterfly bookmark is perfect, because this book's premise is the butterfly effect, right? Didn't even plan that. It just worked out. The Daleen, hello, you're still waiting. Spotify, yep, you've been listening. That's good. Hey, Anna D, good to see you. The Holly Berry UK is here. Hello. Hey, Dylan, what's up? Okay. I know that the Idaho statesman Kevin Fixler put out that article about Ann Taylor and Turvey and all that stuff that's going on. I posted the link to the article in my community post. So you can read that. I think Dago might be covering that specifically today. So if you want the specifics, I'm going to check that to him, because I am diving into Xana and Ethan still today. However, it was interesting that Ann Taylor, Brian Kohberger's defense attorney, has not said a peep publicly this whole entire time, not complaining about lack of evidence, nothing. We finally get somebody to come out and start spilling the tea of things that have been hidden from us. And when I say hidden, redacted, muted, not shared at all. Now all of a sudden there's an issue. I am thinking about diving a little bit more into this Brent Turvey, the crime scene expert, I believe was his title, hired for the defense at the last minute. And he seems feisty. When you look at that article, Ann Taylor accuses him of breaking a non-disclosure agreement, I believe. And he says, no. He's like, no, I didn't. So there's a little bit of a dispute going on there. He doesn't seem like he's going to back down. So again, this is something that leads us to speculation, right? Why is this happening? Why is this happening now after this book drops? You know, the defense of Brian Koberger has not stood a chance this whole entire time because of the mainstream narrative, right? And I think most of us probably felt sorry for Ann Taylor because of that, right? She did not have a fair playing field. It appeared like she did not have a fair playing field. I think the controversy is coming into play about Ann Taylor because you now have somebody coming out to speak on the defense of you, Ann Taylor, and she's getting snarky with them. She's kind of so I think the speculation comes in, is she having a true reaction? Is that true? Like, is she mad that they're talking publicly about information that was redacted, that we didn't get to see, or hidden? Or is this, I think the other side of the speculation is this a ploy? I've heard people say, is this a setup for ineffective assistance of counsel? Because it looks like a good one if it is, right? My opinion, and I think a lot of other people's opinions that I've spoke to, thought she did the best job she could have possibly done considering the circumstances in this case. So I don't feel like anybody blamed her. We saw the game that was getting played. I always say the prosecution was following the playbook. It's exactly what they do to force plea deals. And when people say, that Hitler either made a comment or hinted at the fact that, oh, we knew this is the way it was going to play out, I believe that 100%. That's how it goes. This is how they do things. I mean, case after case after case. Look at the big ones. Look at Chris Tapp. Look at the Nora Jackson. Look at, I don't know. There's a million of them out there. So my point was, it looked like Ann Taylor was doing everything humanly possible. I don't think anybody blamed her. It was the way the system was going, right? So now we're at this point where case is closed. Like, the case is closed. And if you just look at that alone, they're not releasing the files, just release the whole case because it's closed. They're not doing that. Everything is still redacted to high heaven, like ridiculous. And you have to ask why. And why would Ann Taylor, why is she publicly not embracing this, but behind the scenes she is? Or is what she doing publicly the truth? I guess that is my opinion of where we're at with that. And lots of people have talked about more that's supposed to be coming out. So I guess it's a wait and see game. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not forming an opinion either way right now because I don't feel like I have enough information about which way this is going. So we will see. Hey, Tomboy Charm. So today I'm going to talk about a connection that I have been waiting for. To me, this was like oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this, because I knew there was something there when it comes to Xana and Ethan and a couple people involved with them. And I'm going to go through resources looking for as much information as we can. I've targeted a couple topics about Ethan and Xana from the documents, from a video interview, and from the book. So I'm going to go through that with you. I also found something about yesterday. Yesterday, I talked about I read a report yesterday from a person, excuse me, who claimed to be Maddie's best friend, and I wasn't sure who that was. Well, going through the book, I found out who that person was. So I feel like I've got some nuggets today. So hopefully you'll hang with me and go through that. And then if you stay to the very end, those of you that are interested in my porch goose, Ophelia Honkerton, Tomboy Charm is an amazing crafter, you guys. She's an amazing crafter. And she made Ophelia some outfits. So she sent me a box, and I'm going to do an unboxing at the very end. So if you don't want to stay around for that, you don't have to, but I'm going to do that at the end. All right, let me see what you guys have been saying. Dylan says this feels like WWE style courtroom. Ann Taylor knew she was going to plea the moment she came in. Everything else was theater. It's what they do. It's what they do. I'm telling you. Beach Babe, hello. You can't chat. I understand, but you're listening. Scout Coburger. Turvey needs to be asked if he had access to video within the discovery. So his whole role in the investigation was to look at the crime scene. He was there to counter Sutton, right? Sutton's the one that said the killer ran around naked. So his job, so he would have had access to everything concerning the crime scene, photos and videos, right? They're supposed to do that 3D imaging and all that stuff. I would assume he would have had that. Whitcomb worked for NBC. He did have a job on NBC. He did. You think that's where the leak came from? I don't. If Whitcomb is on the defense side, whoever leaked to Dateline, and they trashed Brian Koberger. So personally, I don't know if that matches. So Scout Koberger, you think the defense was the leak? If the defense was the leak, do you think Dateline would have had personal images of Brian Koberger that made him look ridiculous? I don't think that matches. He told Anne she needs to check herself. Turvey told Anne she needs to check herself. Dylan, I think you're right. This is turning into WWE. We need a belt. Somebody make a belt and we'll present it to the winner. I'm going to do that. And the winner is, oh my God, I'm going to do that, you guys. You know I like to be silly. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure Ann Taylor is like beside herself with anguish. Unless some people think she's in on the whole game. You know, she is a public defender. She's not now, but at the time that was her role, you know. Plus, I guess she has strong history with the prosecutors, the prosecution, the judges. You know, they're all their own little fraternity, right? So who knows? I'm not going to speculate on that because I don't know. But yes, Love and Other Habits, the secretiveness it's what's driving all of this. Like everybody loves to complain about, oh, the YouTubers. Well, you could disarm us in the click of a button if you just release everything. So I challenge you. Just release everything so you can shut us up. There's no way that someone with OCD like Brian, he would have ran that. I would hope nobody would run around a house naked with a knife. Youch. Hey, Nomadic Duck Man. Hello. Senior Wazowski. Her comments and putting Turvey's reliability in question points to her involvement with the prosecution. Yeah, she was pretty ruthless. I think you're right, Senor. I think there's some more hints in there. For sure. What else did you say? You were looking up on the I have to go like this to look through the bottom of my glasses to read, you guys. Yeah, trifocals over here. I was looking up on the decor. I can't spell it. So Jack Decor, there was a blog from that last name that went to an Indian blog. Koberger's Git page has a website with a bunch of FAFSA information in Indian. Weird. Like Indian, like from India? That's weird. Oh, wait, you know what, Senor? I ran into something like that too. One time I was looking up a doc and it went to Africa. Like, isn't that weird? And I was like, is this just like international? Like people internationally are doing things? Are they trying to hide stuff? Like, I don't know. It was weird. That was a long time ago. I talked about it. I can't even remember. All right. You guys have awesome comments. Hi, Sarah. I will just say, oh, Sarah Karwowski. Hello. Teary Dawn. Hello. Chillin'. Hey, you guys. Thanks for joining me. All right. Let's get into this. All right. So I am going to start off with something from the book. And I mean, if you are like absolute, like, I can't hear spoilers, I will tell you, hey, I'm about to share something from the book. So if you want to tune out for a second, but I got to tell you, I don't think it'll ruin the experience of reading the book. Cause it's information, and we've all been, it's like, to me, it's like watching somebody's video and learning information, right? And then you might watch someone else's video and they mention the same information. I don't feel like it ruins that experience. That's how I view this book. So you guys are talking about reading the book, what pages you are on. I will drop my Discord link in here. We're having a book discussion over there, so I would love you guys to join. Oh, Sleuther75, look at you coming in, dropping 20 memberships. You are so generous. I love you. I appreciate you so much. 20 green peeps.
I appreciate you. Thank 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 you for the support. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sleuther. You're the best. Okay, I'm going to page 268. And I'm not going to read it verbatim because, but I did, look at what I'm doing to this book. I love it. I love it. I haven't done this with a book in so long. Oh my God. I've missed it. And when I was a teacher, this is how all my library books, except for the highlighting, the kids could not highlight in the books, but I would teach the students how to use sticky notes and look for things as they were reading. So at the end of the school year, we had to have a whole day where we just removed sticky notes from all the books. Okay. Do you guys remember the name? Tim DeWolf. Anybody remember the name Tim DeWolf? So remember, I'm trying to track all the information I can about Xana and Ethan. So on page 268, the author says they're kind of doing the, what did they call it? The background of the victimology. Okay. There's like a section that's like victimology for each victim. Okay. And so they're doing that. And Idaho State Police Detective Brady Walker contacted a student named Tim DeWolf. Okay. And then there's a report number 53. Okay, so this Tim DeWolf has been in the same fraternity as Ethan Chapin for a year and a half and described Chapin as one of his best friends. Okay. So the author is saying that this interview stood out because of how difficult it was to pinpoint the movements of Ethan Chapin. Okay. So Tim DeWolf said that Chapin spent a good deal of time at the Sigma Chi fraternity. And he talks about him not being able to be there because of his low grades. Now, here's the interesting point. Are you ready? This is new. I've never heard this information before. So he says he was not permitted to live at the fraternity house because of his low grade, so nobody paid much attention when he left. That's the clarifier. Okay. So when police searched Ethan's phone, it showed that he had been blocked by a woman named Dylan Sturrock. Ethan was blocked by a woman named Dylan Sturrock. And he was also blocked by someone named Lydia Varga. Lydia Varga. So, anybody familiar with those names? Why Ethan is loved by everybody. So, my whole umbrella theme through the whole Idaho 4 case is we've been fed these narratives, right? We've been fed these narratives. And so I'm like, what was the narrative? And then let's trash that or like poke holes in it, right? So the narrative is everybody loved Ethan. He was super popular. Every fraternity wanted him. He never had any beef with anybody except for one frat person. I think it was Calvin. I could be wrong about who. One Sigma Chi brother said that Ethan had an issue with somebody at his apartment. Well, now we know 2 women blocked Ethan on their phones. Now, here's the other thing. And this is a lot of what Chris Whitcomb points out in his book. So he will share information with us in the book, but he will also tell us what was not done. And as far as he has seen, now he will say, I haven't made it through every single file in this 2 terabytes worth of data or however many terabytes it is. But he said that, could these blocked contents have anything to do with the cheating from this Erica woman? Is there a connection there? He also said that, like there wasn't any follow-up with that. Like he couldn't find any further information. Like, wouldn't you hunt down these women and interview them? Apparently there's no interviews with these women. So not only do we have to track like their whereabouts, but the author describes it as a nagging void in the timeline. Right? And who's this Erica in quotation marks? Is it one of those? Who knows? We don't know. So I hope, Dago, if you're listening, when you get a chance to interview Chris Whitcomb, maybe pick his brain about this stuff a little bit. These would be good questions. All right. So I thought that was, never heard those names before. Ethan got blocked by 2 women. So we're adding that to our background information about Ethan. Oh, let's go. I'm going to pull up that document. Let's see what that document says. Oof, why is this so big? All right. So I saved a bunch of docs, but I might have to go get that one. It is ISP doc number 53. Oh, wait, here it is. I didn't write the page number down though. It's hard to I wanted to read. Look, so just know this about all your favorite creators right now. Like we're all, well, some have already read the book, but some of us are trying to read the book, find information, plan our episodes, and do all this stuff at the same time. So yesterday I had everything page numbers written down, everything highlighted, ready to go, but I ran out of time. But here we go. Let me share this. This is document number 53. There we go. Nomadic Duckman says, it will be a month of broken plea meltdowns this month. I think so too. I think it's going to be some nuggets and right now we're going through get all the information out, right? Okay, so this is Tim DeWolf on November 18th. So we can fill in this blank right here. And he interviewed him by phone. The phone call was recorded. This report details the phone interview with blank. This report also contains summaries from interviews with 2 people who were with someone on the night of November 12th. Those summaries are also documented in Supplement 52. Okay, so it was reported to me that this must be Tim had text conversations with Ethan Chapin the night of the incident, but Tim denied that. Tim had been in the same fraternity as Chapin for a year and a half and described Chapin as one of his best friends. I know that Tim lived in an apartment at Sigma Chi. His current roommates are, oh my God. It's one of the people that says they're Ethan's best friends. Tim was present with Chapin in the lodge at Sigma Chi, but they didn't really have much contact. He specifically said he was off doing his own thing and hanging out with his girlfriend. When I asked who his girlfriend was, Tim paused and said, I don't really feel comfortable answering these questions. I don't know. I asked him if there was any reason why. He replied, I don't know, out of respect of Ethan. I don't know, okay, so-and-so is my girlfriend. I'll just answer the questions. After that, Tim seemed more forthcoming with information. What? They're asking about Ethan's girlfriend. He's uncomfortable. And then he tells them who his girlfriend is. And then he starts talking. That's weird. He's talking about being at the Sigma Chi house. Okay, so this must be Ethan and Xana were at the Sigma Chi most of the night. Someone went to bed early, and then he went to the blank apartments. He went there with someone and someone who were a couple of his fraternity brothers around 1:30 in the morning. They went to the upper right apartment. Okay, so that's wherever this party was is at the upper right apartment. Again, trying to gather information here about Ethan and Xana's whereabouts. So is this where I think so far that trying to figure out when Ethan and Xana separated. From what I've seen so far in reports and interviews, it looks like Xana possibly went to this Allie's party without Ethan. Like if they're going to be separate, that to me seems like when they are separate. But again, I'm trying to verify. Blank believed it was number blank and it was commonly called blank by everyone. So one apartment. Is this the tree house? Yesterday I kept saying Shark Tank, but there's also the tree house. What do you guys think? Is this the tree house, the Shark Tank, or something else? There was a male resident there named blank, unknown last, along with other people and a couple of unidentified females. They stayed there a couple hours before leaving around 3:30. There were a lot of people leaving parties like after 3 a.m. People leaving at 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Looks like he returned to Sigma Chi at 3:30. We could also be looking out for the Banfield boys in these reports. When they left the party, they went down the stairs, across the parking lot, across Taylor Avenue, and went across the field, right? Banfield, to Sigma Chi, made some food, and went to bed around 5 in the morning. So now we know there were people awake at Sigma Chi at 5 in the morning. Tim said he did not text or have any other electronic communication with Chapin that night. He did not know when Chapin left the Sigma Chi party. He knew Chapin and Kernodle. This probably says DeWolf, not Tim. DeWolf knew Chapin and Kernodle had been dating since before the previous school year ended. He estimated it was about 7 months. Chapin stayed with Kernodle about 6 days per week. That's pretty specific. So Ethan would stay 1 day a week at his apartment. He said he knew Kernodle fairly well, but did not know Gonsalves or Mogan. DeWolf would see Gonsalves and Mogan here and there, but they would not sit down and have a conversation or spend time together. DeWolf went to 1122 King Road once every week or 2 weeks. He said a party was hosted there about weekly. A typical party would be attended by 50 or 60 people. He described the dynamic of the house as fine and stated they all seemed to get along really well. So this DeWolf knew somebody for about 1.5 years and knew her fairly well. He did not have this person, the girl, did not have a boyfriend and had lived at 1122 King Road since the start of that semester. So this has to be Dylan? What do you think? I'm talking about this box right here. Kaylee? Kaylee did not have a boyfriend and lived at 1122 King Road. Kaylee was there all summer. So it's not her. A lot of people were wondering about Quinn and Dylan. Or do people just not know? I thought Shark Tank is the long house right next to 1122, right next to the 1112 camera. I thought that was Shark Tank. Because that's where Xana lived the year before. Oh, yep. Hey, Kane. Hey, Huffy Master. Oh, hey, Jen. It looks like Tomboy dropped the Discord link. Yep. Okay, so not sure who this is. It's one of the girls in the house, did not have a boyfriend, someone that lived there since the start of the semester. This person had just met this girl at the beginning of the semester and knew her from going to 1122 King Road to hang out. This person did not have a boyfriend that he was aware of. I don't know. Seems like Maddie was pretty vocal about Jake's boyfriend. Could be Bethany didn't really have a boyfriend, even though we know she was hanging out with Kai. Kaylee was single, but she lived there during the summer. All right, that's the end of that report. Okay, so that was Tim DeWolf, and he coughed up the information about Ethan being blocked by the two women. And now I'm going to look at page, that bird just hit my window again. Page 264 to 265. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to like paint my windows black, apparently. I just did it 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. Is Ro listening? Ro thinks that the robin, it's a robin, you guys, it keeps hitting my window. It probably hears my voice and it's trying to get my attention, is what she sent me a video. I think it's trying to fight a bird that it sees in its reflection. All right. Have you guys heard the name Kaylee Tavernier? Kaylee Tavernier? So she knows Ethan and others, and she was at the Sigma Chi party with her best friend Kylie Eppenstein. Oof, that's not a good last name to have at this time. She thought, so this Kaylee Tavernier, she thought Ethan wasn't acting like himself. So she's getting interviewed. She's like, man, Ethan wasn't acting like himself. But then they go back and they ask her about it later. And she said, well, I'm not sure if it was Ethan or not. Okay. Now, here's what's important about this. So this Kaylee Tavernier said she had this is weird. She said, I had a vague video from the party. So there is a video from the Sigma Chi party. Calling it a vague video, what? It was just like, I just scanned the room with my video camera, maybe that's what she means. Okay. But no evidence was taken from the video. And so who wrote this report? Let me see. This is Lake. What's this? Officer Lake. So Officer Lake did this interview, okay, in his report about Kaylee Tavernier. And this is what he says. He says, no evidentiary value was obtained in the video, and the provided video was added to evidence data of this report. But then Whitcomb says, I couldn't find it. He can't find it. So to me, it's one thing for him to say, I haven't looked at everything in these files. But if he purposefully went looking for this video and couldn't find it, I think that's telling. So he couldn't find it. He said there was no email. So normally, right, we see it in these interviews. They ask these kids, hey, can you email that to me? Can you email that to me? So Chris Whitcomb's conclusion is if Bill Thompson doesn't have it, then it's probable that Ann Taylor doesn't have it. And there might have been something informative in there. Okay. The author then goes on to point out that they also didn't follow up, and we know there's an issue with these investigations with officers not following up. They didn't follow up on, oh, what do you think was bothering Ethan? Any questions? No questions like that. And they also did not follow up with the Erica girl. Who's Erica? They didn't ask that. I want to know from Christopher Wickham. Well, apparently it's in quotes because maybe it's a code name. Definitely a code name. I think it's important that the author points out that not only do we have this mysterious Erica telling, texting Ethan, "Hey, you're getting cheated on," and then Ethan is found naked in his girlfriend's bed. Like, think about those two things. Weird. Christina said she's a real person. Who do you think it is? Karmic Retribution has a video on Erica. All right. Awesome. I love that everybody is like doing these different things and we're going to all connect the pieces. So Karmic Retribution has a video on Erica. Bronx Tales was just showing an interview from, oh God, what's the kid's name? Why am I drawing a blank? I know his name. I said it at the beginning of the episode. Who drowned? I'm having one of those aging moments. Anyways, Bronx Tales has that interview. It's awesome. Hudson Lindau. No, it wasn't Hudson. No, not the kid who drowned. She has the interview about the kid who overdosed with Emma and Demetrius. Caden Young. Thank you. What I found today, I think is going to, I've always thought it was a drug motive, like a retribution type of a thing. So I want to get into what I figured out. So I'm going to go to Josie's interview. And I have to give Amber Vance a huge shout out because I have been on the hunt for this document for weeks because I remember reading a document and I thought it was Maisie. I always thought it was Maisie Chapin that gave this information, but Amber Vance clarified for me it was Josie, who lived with Emily Allant. In her interview, it's Moscow Police Department 108. So we're going to look at that. I was always on the hunt for this. Because I remember reading it and remembering that Ethan wanted something from somebody. He was texting somebody and wanting them to send him something, and the person refused. And I always thought it was Maisie. And then I always thought that had something to do with why she was upset. But apparently it was Josie, which I think is interesting to me because I never hear, like I always hear that Ethan hung out with Hunter and Emily, and not that Ethan would be that close with Josie. Not that she wouldn't be around. They're probably all friends, but you know how some friends are closer than others. All right, let's share this one. Let's see if I put a mark. Does it show up? Yep. All right. I'm unmuted and you can see what I am sharing with you. Oh, thanks for putting the links, you guys. Yep, so we can all go check out those amazing videos later. So, Senor, isn't that interesting that Josie has this information? So I'm going to read it. We got the printed interview, but her audio interview is muted. We get the red flag on that one. Red flag. So here's what Josie had to say. She was interviewed November. No. When was she interviewed? He wrote this January 11th. This is Blaker. I got my eye on Blaker. January 11th, he wrote this. And then he says, on November 11th, 2022, at around 14:27 hours, I conducted an interview on Josie, I forget her last name, at the Moscow Police Department. He interviewed her on November 11th? You guys see that? He interviewed her on November 11th, you guys. I got to see what you're saying. This is just classic. This is just classic. I know it's a typo, but I'm so sick of these typos. They're all over the place. 2022, November 11th, 2022. I know it's a typo, but all right. So she says she lives with the Whites. She stated that they all went to the Whites at around 1300 hours. Oh man, I can't do military time. Don't laugh at me. So when I say a military time, someone put the real time in the chat. I'm so mad at myself because I wanted to print it out. Not that I can't do it, but I just, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to do that. All right. Here's the chart. 1 p.m. I got this a little bit too big. Okay, so they went there for different parties in the apartment complex. Ethan left to go to his sister's formal, but Josie was not sure what time that was at. Okay, so this is another time. So maybe this is the only time that Ethan and Xana are separated. We 1000% know that Ethan went to a dance with Maisie and Xana did not go. So if there really was cheating going on, it could have been at that time. I'm not sure if I'm on the bandwagon that Xana was cheating. I think that might be somebody like just trying to rile up some trouble, but I don't know. Josie felt she got to Xana's house around 12:30 on the 12th, and Josie stated she saw Xana, Ethan, Dylan, Bethany, Kaylee, Maddie, C, L, and E, okay, at their house. Josie told me she feels she last saw Xana and Ethan around 3 o'clock, but she was not sure, right? 1500 hours, 3 p.m. I did it right, you guys. All right. Josie told me she got a text from Ethan. This is the part right here. Okay. I'm going to make a connection with all of this. Josie told me she got a text from Ethan asking for the Snapchat for CG. So I am all about this CG character. Okay. Ethan is like, Josie, send me the Snapchat for CG. And she never sent it to him. Did she forget or did she not send it on purpose? Josie did not know why Ethan wanted this information and stated, as far as she knew, they did not have issues with each other. I think this CG is someone that Xana used to date. All right. So this was the information that I wanted from Josie. And if this is what's written in the report, imagine what might be in the audio interview, because sometimes they don't match exactly. There could be more details. So let me see if I had a book page to go with this or not. No. I'm going to jump to the boyfriend narrative. So one of the narratives that has been told to us in this case is that Ethan was Xana's first real boyfriend. And that might be true if you consider like a long-term boyfriend, right? However, she had people who other people were classifying as boyfriends. So more than flings, more than just hanging out, things like that. So I'm going to go to page 220 in the book. And then we're going to look at a document that names the boyfriends. And the same goes for Ethan. You know, I feel like they made Ethan and Xana, the narrative, be like, you know, they really didn't have serious relationships. But I've heard in interviews say that someone thought Ethan had a long-term girlfriend back at home. And there's also the narrative of Stacy Chapin putting out there, this was not a love triangle, right? So I wanted to dig into this with Xana and Ethan and looking at Xana's former boyfriends and tying it back to this CG person. Ethan wanted CG's Snapchat. Josie didn't give it to him. I will connect this with the Caden Young interview that Logan over at Bronx Tales was showing. They talk about Snapchat. They talk about, we know Caden Young died from an overdose. I believe he thought it was the white powder. I know Logan calls it Coca-Cola, but it wasn't. It was Fent. Okay. And those people that are mentioned in that interview over there that we're all going to go watch later if you haven't seen it yet, they communicate on Snapchat. I'm just going to say that. And then Ethan is wanting this CG's Snapchat. So what page did I say? 220. All right. I know this isn't like terribly new information, but like not only do I mark a sticky note, but like I put on this sticky note CG, so I know that's where I can find this real quick. So when I flip through. Okay, so this is Blaker, right? Blaker's doing the interview and he's asking about the day-to-day routines of the house, okay? And he establishes that Bethany moved into the house at the beginning of the school year. Everybody moved in at the beginning of the school year except Kaylee. Kaylee was there all summer. Oh, I also found the name of who rented the 6th room. I got the name of the person who rented the 6th room. I'm going to share that after I get through this Ethan Xana information. So Ethan often stayed with Xana, but lived alone near a 76 gas station at the other end of town. Blaker asked, this is Bethany's interview. So this is coming from Bethany. So he was asking Bethany about boyfriends, love interests, other people. And this is where Bethany drops names. Okay. So she mentions Jack Showalter, Ethan Runge, Connor Chestnut, Cole Berenberg, and Christian Gonzalez. It looks like Gonzales is the way you spell it. Gonsalles. Gonzales. If he's Hispanic, it's Gonzalez, but that's a weird way to spell it. And then this is interesting because in quotation marks, it says, whose name just came up. His name just came up. So do we know for absolute sure that this is the CG? There could be another CG, but this is the first CG that I have seen. And it's Christian Gonzalez. And Bethany drops his name. All right. Let me go to... Now we're going to see what some Moscow Police Department reports say about this Christian Gonzalez. Oh, one thing you will learn in the book is that you don't say Bethany's name funky. It's Funka. Now we all have to say Funka. Kane is asking, is Gonzales the busboy that lived in the basement apartment? All the cops went to his door. Oh, what? I don't know. Fuka, you guys. Funka. It doesn't even look like that. Oh, it's funny. Kane thinks there's a video. Go get on that, Kane. I would love to see that. Oh, it's German. That makes sense. Thanks, Tony. Let's see. Funka in her interview said she didn't have any ex or current boyfriends. Yet Kai Davis said they were smashing. That's right. That's right. All right, let me find this. Where did I put it? Docs. Oh, I got to go find it. MPD 20. Okay. I did not have this folder pulled up, so let me grab it. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you my folder. I'll show you my file. Oh my God. So this is number 20. Here we go. All right. I can add it. I made it too big. This is Aaron Morris. Okay, you guys. Aaron Morris. He wrote this on November 17th. Good job, Aaron Morris. You wrote your report within a couple days. Report number 20. Oh, wait a minute. He wrote it the same day. Extra bonus points. So on November 17th, this is at the Kibby Dome, to interview JN. I should know who this is. JN. And this person said that he possibly had information regarding the homicide. Okay, so N stated, let me know in the chat if you know who JN is. Oh, wait, this is the guy. Wait a minute. Is this the wrong thing? Maybe it's ISP 20. Trying to find the boyfriend name. This is the guy that's walking the dog. This is the wrong. It must be ISP 20. I got it right here. Let's look. It better be ISP 20 because it's something 20. Oh, let's see. Right here. Nope. Oh my God. I had the let me see. I had all the ISP docs pulled up in this one app, and nope. I apologize. Give me a second. I want ISP. Back again. There we go. ISP documents, number 20. This is the stuff that it takes to set up for your lives, and you're screwed. How did I close out of it? I already had this open. All right, it's coming. While that's opening, let me see what you're saying. You think Chris wrote this to get a fire under all of us, including some professionals, so we can demand truth, justice, and transparency? Bernice Rivera, absolutely. I think we've all had a fire for the whole entire time, but there are other people that need to get that fire lit. I agree. Yeah, I had the wrong document. So here we go. Hopefully it's ISP number 20. 11. $39. We're getting closer. $31. Oh, because it should be Bethany's interview, right? Didn't I say it was Bethany? All right, 20. Matt Wernsing. I feel like we looked at this yesterday. We did look at this yesterday. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. I wanted to tell you about this. Maddie's. No, this is about Xana, Xana's best friend. Okay. Number 20 is Homeland Security Investigation Task Force Officer Sage Collins and ISP Detective Matt Wernsing interviewed. It's redacted. But this person was one of, this is the one I haven't figured out yet. Xana's closest friends outside of her sorority. Maybe I was confused. I thought I was looking for Maddie. It's one of Xana's closest friends outside of her sorority, and she knew Chapin. All right. Here we go, right here. Line number 12, where I put a star yesterday, and I didn't realize like the significance of this yesterday until, like I said, I listened to Amber Vance. She got me back on to finding that interview. That was Josie, not Maisie. CG. We're trying to figure out CG. Ethan wanted Snapchat information for CG, and Xana had other boyfriends besides Ethan. Prior to Ethan, Xana had a boyfriend, Peter El Garagio, or however you say his last name. Yeah, she dated him. She dated Mason. What was Mason's name? Bagman, I believe. And these are all Delta Tau Deltas, by the way, also. Mason Bagman, and she dated supposedly the CG person. So it said that whoever this interview was said that Kernodle's friend blank blank may know more about possible drama or conflicting involvement or conflict involving any of the victims. Whoever got interviewed here said blank may be the primary source of blank on the University of Idaho campus. They're talking about drugs. Blank had also been kicked out of Delta Tau Delta. This is how we know that this blank right here is where's the name? I hate that I'm drawing blanks all over the place. Where's that kid's name? Christian. CG. Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. Right? There's the name, you guys. He was the primary source of fill in the blank, drug of choice, substance of choice on the U of I campus, and dated Kernodle at some point. Gonzalez had also been kicked out of Delta Tau Delta and was not currently attending U of I. And it's that kicked out of Delta Tau Delta that lets us know, because there's another report we're going to go to that gives more information about the person. Because I think at some point we can see, we've already seen the initials CG. Okay. Christian Grey, 50 Shades. Yeah. There's no information from Ethan's phone about asking anyone for CG's information. Yeah, so you searched that chart, Tomboy. So that's Josie. It would be on Josie's phone. Is Josie's phone information in that chart? And just because it's not there doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because her interview is muted. And they might be hiding this stuff. Who knows? Could I be wrong? Yeah, we could be wrong. Maybe it's just a giant coincidence, but I'm just going to point this out for you guys, okay? Don't take this as 100% fact. We'll just take this as since, and I always blame Moscow Police Department, you won't give us the files to a closed case that you are 1000% sure you got right. Case closed. Release the files. Let us see your phenomenal work you did. That, we want to see, what did Brian Koberger do? What happened? What are all the details about Brian Koberger? That's what we want to see. But no, we're seeing all of these things that just give us 50 million questions. Sorry. So that's my clarifier in case I'm like way, way, way off. Okay, so let me say this one more time. Whoever got interviewed here is good friends with Xana Kernodle, best friends outside of the sorority. And she said that Christian Gonzalez may be a primary source of, she said maybe a primary source of fill in the blank on the U of I campus and dated Kernodle at some point. Xana dated Delts. Gonzales had also been kicked out of Delta Tau Delta and was not currently attending the U of I. All right, we got that. Now let's look at number 35. Yesterday I did such a good job because I not only wrote the report number, but I wrote the page number, and I didn't do that today. Always write the page number. It's actually better to have the page number and not the report number. Oh my gosh, look at all this highlighting I did. All right, here we go. 35. Xana, let's see, who is this? This is Jeffrey Talbot, and this was on November 13th. And wait a minute. What did I write 35? Is this 35? Hold on. Did I write the wrong thing? I can't get this wrong. This is the most important document. I cannot get this one wrong. Let me see. Uh-oh. I might need help. How did I get the wrong number? Hold on, I'm looking. I put, what the hell is this? This one's not it. All right, this one page was loading. There's nothing there. Oh my gosh. All right, mods, I need help. Why did I write down that report number 35? Oh, maybe it's MPD 35? Oh my God, let me check. I'm looking for the report where they say the initials CG are part of the drug cartel. CG, part of the drug cartel. Which report is that? Hey, Lucy. Open. Let's see if it's this one. This is Justin Dean. I have a feeling it's not, but someone help me. This is going to be a bummer. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, this is it. This is it. It's MPD. I thought it was ISP. It's MPD document number 35. Okay, ready? Let me make sure I'm sharing it. Nope, share this one instead. Okay, this is Justin Dean, and it says on November 21st, he interviewed. This is a follow-up on a possible lead. Okay, I was told a Mexican drug dealer with the moniker C. It's a name. It's not just C. So his moniker is not just C. It's Chris or Cross or Chuck or I don't know. Crisp. Let's think of some C names. This guy has a nickname that starts with a C. And he's a Mexican drug dealer, and he was possibly selling drugs to several fraternities. There, see what I mean? There, when I say, Mexican cartels tied to this case, I don't think like the kingpin in Mexico is thinking about a house in Moscow, Idaho at a college. It's somebody, it's like this direct person that is supplying directly to the fraternities. That's who's going to be mad. These are the people that are going to get mad if something went wrong, if someone stole their money, if someone stole their supply, if someone ratted them out. There's 3 reasons why. Okay. So someone with a nickname starting with C was possibly selling drugs to several fraternities and sororities on the University of Idaho campus. I told Captain Barrett I would contact several of my contacts to see if anyone knew of the C person. At approximately 12:04 hours, time doesn't really matter, but 4 minutes after noon, he began contacting the Quad Cities Drug Task Force. And those detectives' names are Brett Damon, Colby Martin, and Bryson Ace. None of the detectives had heard of this C person. They had not heard of him selling cocaine in the Quad Cities. Well, maybe they heard of him selling something else. I don't know. So then he reached out to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. And that special agent is TJ Wahera, and he is out of Spokane, Washington. S.A. Wahera hadn't heard of this C person either, but he said he would reach out to other agencies. So this person who sells drugs at a college, none of the cops know about him. None of the cops know about him. But it would be interesting if it is this Christian Gonzales, and he got kicked out of a fraternity. And if that was the reason he got kicked out, well, I'm sure that would get you kicked out of more than the fraternity. I think you would get kicked out of the university. I think you would be arrested, unless, just like the assault charge the assault that happened at Sigma Chi, they don't ever inform the authorities. So if they don't inform the authorities don't know. So they kicked him out of the a frat, but the university doesn't find out about it. The police don't find out about it. I'm speculating. But we heard in an interview one of the Sigma Chi boys describe one of his brothers assaulted a female and they never informed the cops and they handled it in-house by themselves. So that's a possibility is what I'm saying. Okay. Hey, Twiz. Okay, so let's see. I also spoke to this person's name is blacked out, but it's CH and JP. H and P said they never heard of a C person selling cocaine in the area. Why can't if these can't be officers? So who are they reaching out to? CH and JP. So these police officers are like, I want to know about drugs at the university. Let me call CH. They'll know. Are these confidential informants? Let me call JP. They'll know. Are these people that are always in trouble? Are these people that know they're involved in that scene and like the cops can talk to them? He and P said they never heard of a C person selling cocaine in the area. He said he would contact me if he heard anything. Are these like undercover cops? Is that why their names are redacted? I'm just guessing, you guys. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I also spoke with Brandon DeMeyer with Benton County Sheriff's Office in Washington. Deputy DeMeyer hadn't heard of this C person, but said he would contact his local detectives about the name and let me know if he found anything out. All right. So there's the information about, I got to download this. Who we think is Christian Gonzalez. There we go. I mean, we removed the wrong one. Let me see what you guys sounds like it. Jonathan. I believe it does. I believe it stays in your hair like forever. I don't know. I see Charlie. I'm just looking at what you guys put. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? El Chapo's just strolling the streets of Moscow, Idaho. I did an episode on Ryan Wedding, and he was a kingpin with the Sinaloas, I believe. He was like a branch. They had like a couple different branches, and he ran one of the branches, and he got busted just this past January, which takes a while to climb that ring, right? To bust these top people. He was in hiding forever. His drugs would come out of Mexico. They would send them up California. He had huge warehouses that he would store them in California, and then semis. He would fill semi trucks with these substances and run them straight up the freeway that goes north and south, right straight up through Moscow, Washington, right up to the I-90. I-90 goes this way, and the other freeway that I don't know goes this way. And they would just deliver them to all their stash houses, and then off they would go. But yeah, Ryan Wedding was a white boy from Canada, hiding out. It's Interstate 5. Thank you. Hiding out in Mexico. And my point was he had a bazillion nicknames, like a bazillion. Like when I did the episode on him, I wanted to read them all, but I forgot. But there were like, I mean, probably at least 30. Like it was crazy. Tijuana to Seattle. Yeah. Yep. Yep. But think about things happening in 2021, 2022, all the way up. Like think about the dominoes that would have to fall to get up to the head kingpin being arrested in 2025. I'm just saying. I do know that he had this Ryan Wedding guy, he had some, like his right-hand man got caught. And so, first one to snitch gets the least amount of time or whatever. So I think he turned on, but I still think there were people along the way. All right, back to Christian gun sales. There's one more report that I believe is tied to him. And it is going to be, I'm going to try with Moscow documents. I think it's number 90. Why does this jump? This is crazy. All right. Number 90, you guys. What does this say? First coaches delivered to 11:20. Oh, frats. Oh, you think things were being delivered by mail or like, yeah, because we heard about like that UPS truck and stuff. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's $1,500 for Rosenthal's body cam. It's like putting a bounty on somebody. Hey, $1,500. $1,500 for their interview. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. It makes them look so bad. That looks so bad. It looks dirty that you're charging that much money, in my opinion. That's crazy. All right, let me see what I got here. Oh, it's already, I like when I go to these reports that I've already read through. This is Dustin Blaker. There's Blaker again. And okay, he's booking stuff into evidence. Okay, he's interviewing Bethany. He asked her about Murphy. He asked her about the Uber driver. And then he asked about who in the house had a boyfriend. Okay, so here goes the boyfriend's information. So Bethany told me Xana was dating Ethan. Dylan was dating a boy named Quinn. Now, this is like the only time we really like hear about him. We don't hear about Quinn so much. And it came from Bethany. So Quinn lived in Boise. Ooh, the other thing I found in the book, you guys, was a part where Bethany left. When Bethany left Moscow, she went to Boise and her parents picked her up in Boise. She's from Reno. Bethany's from Reno, Nevada. So if Bethany left right away, like the very next day, I'm thinking maybe she went with Dylan to her house in Boise, and then Bethany's parents would have picked her up there. That's what it looked like to me. I saw that in the book. Okay, so Dylan was dating a boy named Quinn who lived in Boise and went to BSU, Boise State University. Maddie was dating Jake Schreiber, who lived in Boise. Kaylee was dating Jack Decor, but had recently broke up with him. Kaylee was possibly hanging out with, this is Mason Barstow. Barstow stated Bethany stated Mason was Xana's big in the Greek system. Okay, yes, I know that. Bethany stated the relationship was new and that he had never stayed over at the house, but Kaylee had stayed with him possibly more than once. So you could see I put delts there. Like the Delta, this house was just Delta Tau Delta all the way. Like Ethan was the which one of these things does not belong, right? Delta, Delta, Delta. It's Delta Tau Delta. Okay. Bethany stated Kaylee was also, no shame, girl, no shame. Kaylee was also talking to Ethan Runge, I believe, ER. What's interesting though is they're both like in the authority in the Delta Tau Deltas. Like I think Ethan was like, I don't know, the treasurer or something like that. And I thought Mason was the president, vice president, president. So, they have to interact with each other a lot. Awkward. He was also a Delta Tau Delta. Bethany stated she did not have a boyfriend, but did mention she was kind of hanging out with Kai Davis, who's also a Delta Tau Delta, but they were not serious. I asked Bethany if she had ever heard of, here it is, Christian Gonzales. Ding, ding, ding. Right here. CG. Bethany stated she knew of a Christian and he was also a Delta Tau Delta, but stated Christian was a nice guy and knew Dylan? It's a D. It's a redacted D. Dylan? This is report number 90, Moscow Police Department. I asked Bethany if she knew a CB, so that's Cole Berenberg, and she stated that she did not. I asked Bethany if she knew the person behind Kaylee and Maddie on the Grub Truck video. Bethany stated she did not know who the person was. So Bethany does not know Jack Showalter. Jack Showalter was a Delta Tau Delta. I'm assuming, was Cole Berenberg in the frat? Was he a Delta Tau Delta? I'm going to assume he was. Connor Chestnut is a Delta Tau Delta. I am getting Discord messages. Let me see. Oh, thanks, Donna. I appreciate you. I'm going to see. Oh, my. What is this? Let me see. Let me see if I can send this. Oh, I can screenshot it. All right. We got a photo incoming, you guys. And I have some other photos. It takes me 1 second to upload them to share from my phone to my drive. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, this one, this one. No, not that. Where'd the other one go? Okay. We'll see if I started a folder for today. Usually I make myself, we'll just do it in here. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to finish reading this and then I'll show that folder. I mean, those pictures. I asked Bethany if she knew a guy by the name of S. Bethany stated she did not know him. She knew a guy by the name. But she stated she had heard from a friend of Maddie's, S, that her boyfriend, JF, also I'm assuming it's going to be a Delta Tau Delta, that he would never want to get in a fight with S as he had anger issues. So probably still talking about Showalter. I asked Bethany about who paid for, this is the Wi-Fi. He asked if anybody had to leave a party. Bethany stated 2 guys from, I'm going to assume it's the Delts, JH, and another guy only she knew as R got in a fight. So there's some initials to look for. And that's another thing. The book has tons of names. So I'm going to write down these initials and then be on the look for them in the book. I asked Bethany about an AC. Bethany said A used to live at the house but moved out. Who's AC? I feel like I should know that. I asked Bethany who used the bedroom on the west end of the first floor. Bethany stated Kaylee and Maddie used the room as an office. Bethany stated Kaylee would use it for her work and had a computer on it. Okay, I'm jumping right to the person that I found who rented the room. You guys might already know. Please tell me I wrote it down. I'll find it. I marked it. I know I marked it. Oh my God. There's also issues with Emily's interview. The interview that Emily gave, I'll probably share that tomorrow. Emily Allant does not match what is the information in the book. Okay, here it is. Talking about the 6th bedroom, okay? Oops. The 6th bedroom, everybody says Ashland couch, Ashland couch, Ashland couch. On page 308, you can see I have it marked and highlighted right there. On page 308, it says, this is Bethany. Oh, and this is interesting because this is supposed to be in an interview. Oh, this is Millar. That's how I say it. Millar. It's not Miller. Millar. In the Millar interview. I'm looking back to make sure that this is. Okay, here we go. I got to back up. Page 306. Page 306. On November 18th, 2022, ISP detectives drove to Desert Sage Elementary School in Boise to interview a 2021 University of Idaho graduate named Kaylee McConkey. Okay, Kaylee McConkey. McConkey was 25 and had graduated in May. All right, and she was a Pi Phi. That's a Pi Beta Phi. That's the same. Maddie, Dylan, Xana, and Bethany were all Pi Phis until they all left except for Dylan and Bethany, I believe. Okay, so McConkey claims she's Maddie's best friend. So this is what I was trying to think of yesterday. Who was her best friend? So McConkey is Maddie's supposedly best friend. This is the girl that got the FaceTime call that FaceTimed Maddie at the corner club. Same girl. Okay. So this girl, Kaylee McConkey, said that she saw Bethany and Dylan after the homicides back in Boise. So remember I was telling you about that. Like it looked like Bethany had probably gone back to Boise with Dylan. And that her parents met her there. Okay, so that's where I got that from. All right, so this is still this McConkey girl. She told detectives that her friend Whitehead, and I don't see a first name, so just last name Whitehead. Kaylee McConkey, this Whitehead girl, FaceTime Maddie at the corner club because they were out and they saw Jake. This Whitehead girl pays rent on the vacant first floor bedroom. Sophia Whitehead, she pays rent for the first floor bedroom. So in all the interviews, the cops asked Dylan and Bethany immediately after the 911 call, who lives in all the rooms? Who lives in all the rooms? Okay, well, Sophia Whitehead doesn't live there. I don't know anything about Sophia Whitehead, so let me know in the chat. Help me out. Is she in 2022, in November of 22, was Sophia Whitehead a U of I student? Was she graduated already? Because I don't think it's terribly abnormal. I mentioned this yesterday. That when I graduated from college, I was renting a house with 2 other girls, and I was moving back home, and I wanted to be able to go down there and party on the weekends, work at home during the week, and have a place to stay. So I kept paying rent for a while. That's how I made that transition, right? Never mentioned to the cops. Sophia Whitehead, when the cops are immediately outside, who lives in each room, you could say, well, Sophia doesn't live here, but she's, she rents it out and she only comes on the weekend, or whatever the reason is. Why is she renting that room? Why is she renting that room? Interesting stuff, you guys. Interesting stuff. So I had a information, I said, hangover on Monday after listening to the Christopher Whitcomb interview on Truth and Transparency. So I feel like this was a lot of information, but I don't want to go I wanted to stick on one thing. So focusing on Xana and Ethan. Why is there this big mystery around them? Why were we told these narratives? Like I mentioned the narrative today that, Ethan was Xana's, first real boyfriend. I named 3 boyfriends that she had previous to Ethan. Ethan had other girlfriends. We're not allowed to know where they were that night. We're not allowed to know anything about Ethan's apartment. But yet, the author seems to think Kaylee's the target because of her injuries. So we have a long way to go to get from why are Xana and Ethan kept secret, but then it looks like Kaylee's the target. I don't know. Let me pull up some of these photos before I get to my last couple things. I put them. I see you guys are sending me a lot of stuff in Discord. I appreciate that so much. I will look at it. Probably it's going to be when I get off of here because It's too hard to like be on the show live and looking and analyzing stuff. But I appreciate you. Let me see. I put it here. And I put it here. Someone had sent me this photo that this could possibly be Christian gun sales. I'm not sure. I've seen a couple different photos. I know nothing about CG. I just know he was a delt, and I think someone found this on LinkedIn. And it kind of matched. When you go to LinkedIn, you can see like where they went to school, if they were in any fraternities, you know, things like that. Not sure if this is him or not. Could be a possible photo. Christian gun sales is who we're looking for. And then what was this? Okay. What on earth is going on here, you guys? What is this? Someone sent this to me. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh, wait, I have seen this photo before. These must be the delts. And this was like a Halloween, something for Halloween. Is he holding a golf club? That's a hockey stick. That's a hockey jersey. That doesn't look like a hockey stick, though. That looks like, let me make it bigger. Am I sharing this? Yes. So these have to be the delts. Thanks. Because I remember seeing this vested guy with the cowboy hat, so I know this is the delts. This guy does look like the picture. Right here. Let me open this with this so I can show you what I'm talking about. It does look like a militia. I was like, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? But I believe it is definitely the delts. And I believe it was definitely dressing up for something. This is the guy I'm looking at. Okay. This guy right there. Doesn't he look like the same? Let me see if I can move this. It won't let me move it. Doesn't he look like that photo that I put up a minute ago? I think he kind of looks like that. I don't know. You know, I think when we think of somebody who got kicked out of a fraternity for drug dealing, we think like, to me anyways, like a more scruffier, rougher around the edges guy. Who's this guy? This older guy? Who's this old guy? Who's that? He's the militia leader. He has a K-bar. This guy has the K-bar. So we got a K-bar. This is a golf club. This is a golf club, you guys, and that is a putter. I am not a golfer, but my parents, my whole family are huge golfers. And this looks like a wedge or a putter, and a putter definitely has stripes on it. So he's wearing a hockey jersey, but this is not a hockey stick. This is a golf club. And this is a K-bar. This is Reed. That looks awful. This guy is Reed. Is this CG? I don't know. I could be off. No, I have not seen a Sigma Chi K bar. I believe this is the delts. This is the delts right here. These guys can't even see their faces. So 4 of them. Look at this. That's creepy. That's creepy. All right. Interesting. So, all right. Was there another one? I think there was another one. No. Okay. You thought that was the farming frat, the Delta Tau Deltas? I don't know. I know that they have a reputation nationwide though for being the rough boys, like the ones that will fight, you know? All right, so I think there's something to this person with the initials CG. I think that I was able to make, with the help of, you know, Amber Vance pointing me in the direction to that Josie interview that I cannot tell you how many weeks that has been driving me nuts. To know that Ethan wanted a Snapchat from CG from Josie. Josie didn't give it to him. Somebody was messing with Ethan that night, talking about Xana cheating. We don't know if that's true or not. Xana used to date a person with the initials CG. I mean, if you want to look at the simplest conclusion here, something was going on with CG that night. In my opinion, if there is cheating, I really don't know if I believe that, but if there is cheating and it's a former boyfriend and Ethan's trying to get a hold of this guy, at least we need to ferret it out and see if there's something there. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm the person that my strength is not going out to find that stuff, but I know many, 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 many other creators who are. So I'm just sharing what I'm finding in the documents, and you guys go at it. People probably have already figured this out. I don't always, I'm usually late to the game with talking about things, but this was new to me. This was very new to me. And I think it's very important. I think it's a very important piece of this Ethan and Xana timeline and background. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with looking into Xana and Ethan. And I'm going to end the show today with my unboxing. So thank you to everybody who joined me today. Sleuther75 for adding 20 new members. That is amazing. So amazing. I'm trying to get into my statistics here. I clicked on the wrong thing. Everybody who showed up, I'm going to go back and rewatch the live chat because I know you guys were putting amazing information in the chat. I apologize if I missed any of it. Thank you, whoever sent me information. I will make sure that I'm looking at that also. It's funny. Carlos, he knows I got the book yesterday. And he was like, I showed him like all the sticky notes and everything that I marked up on it. And he was like, today, he's like, I'm going to go to the casino after work and leave you with your book. Because he knows I'm just going to be reading the book today. So that's the plan, right? Lucy's dropping me a link. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. All right. It's time for, yes, stick around if you want to. I am going to open my box. If you're not sticking around for the unboxing of my porch goose outfits, please have a wonderful day. Share any, if you come up with thoughts or information, come back to the chat and leave a comment for me. And please come back tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern time. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. But now we're going to open, look at this cute packaging. All right. She put decorative stamps all over it. We won't show my address. Keep that off there. Very good taping job. Very good taping job, Tomboy. I got to use scissors. But Carlos used to sell stuff all the time, so I know packaging is important. The Ophelia fashion show might have to come tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to go grab her. She's outside. I should save her from the rain. It's raining outside. Oh boy. All right. So I got the outside paper off. And now I got one more box that I have to open. She hates your taping. Oh, I forgot to ask everybody, please hit that like button on your way out. I appreciate that. And if you're new here, please subscribe. All right, here we go. I'm have a feeling I'm not opening this the right way. Is there a seam? Nope. All right, we're going to do it this way. Who wouldn't stick around for this unboxing? All right. Oh, good. This is the way that they are put in. Okay, and Tomboy's in here because she said she was going to help me. Oh, how cute. Is this a hood? Is this a hood for her? We have a hood. Are these just little things you sent me? What is in here? Oh, that's cute. Okay, look at these little bags she makes, you guys. These are her. I told you she's so crafty. She's even got her little tag on there, handmade with love. I love that. Look at these little bags. These are cute. Oh my God, look at this. It's a material. I know the light is kind of too bright. Let me dim it. Or maybe I'll put this up. There we go. It's a notepad holder. I didn't know I was getting bonus items. That's so cute. Look at that. Very cute. What is this? Something in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. She made me a little check for the peeps. Where are the peeps? What does this say? It says, though I'm a tiny duck, my belief in you is massive. Just go for it. You're quacktastically awesome. I don't know if it'll stand up, but this little peep's going right back here. There we go. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Tomboy. Here's another bag. She does zippers, buttons. She knows how to do everything. I love daisies, you guys. Look at this. This is my favorite. This is my favorite color and my favorite flower. It's a keychain. This is going immediately two-sided on my keychain. I love that. Thank you, Tomboy. You are so sweet. All right, what do we got here? Oh, this is going to be Ophelia's next outfit. Are you ready? And look at the bag. What's coming up? May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Look at. I can't. I'm being careful getting them out. Oh my God. I know Tomboy made this one. Look at this sombrero. That is going on Ophelia for Cinco de Mayo. That sombrero. We have options. We have options around here. Look at that one. And of course, we have to have a little this is going to go around her neck like a little kerchief with the colors for it. That is amazing. And I know I have a maraca down in my basement. When I taught school, we used to do we called it oh my God, what did we call it? A fair, like a economics fair. And the kids had to do a business, and we tied it in with social studies with different countries, and for their business, they made maracas out of plastic Easter eggs and spoons. So I have to go dig them out of my basement, but that's going to be part of Ophelia's Cinco de Mayo day. There's more. There's more. Oh, look at that another cute little bag. Oh, a backpack. Ophelia has a backpack. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am dead. That is hilarious. Ophelia has a backpack for back to school, right? You know I will do that when the kids go back for the first day of school. Oh my God. She gets a bow. I am going to dress her up for the first day of school. She has a bow. I'll go faster. Oh, see, like right now, Tomboy, I put my own clothes on Ophelia for it's gonna be May, Justin Timberlake. So she doesn't have arms. So these are arms, you guys. She made me arms. I can go. This is the match. Oh my God, look. Look at that. It's like a dress, like a shirt, a dress. And it matches the backpack. This is her back to school outfit. This is going to be her back to school outfit with the pink bow. Oh my God, this is so cute. All right, here's what is this? Oh, like a bonnet type thing, I think, for her. Like tying a handkerchief around your head. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. This is in honor of Texas. This is in honor of Texas. Yeehaw. Giddy up. Wait, is this supposed to come out? Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. We've got the cowboy wraparound neck handkerchief, and she's got a badge. Ophelia the sheriff is coming into town. Ophelia the sheriff is coming to town. And that's only part of it. Oh my God. I am dead. Look at the pants and the shirt and the arm. You know, I'm sticking her arms in that. Tomboy, I love this so much. This is so stinking cute. Dago, did you see the pants? I love this. Oh my God. All right. I think I've been waiting for this the most, and I don't know why I didn't think about this idea, but she is going to get eyelashes, right? Because people need to know that Ophelia is a woman, okay? A female, not a woman. She's a female goose. What am I saying? Oh, here we go. This goes with that little oh, this is a funky outfit. Look, just a funky little fun outfit. Or is this supposed to go with the robe? I can't tell. This might be the robe. Is this the robe? So different patterns, but this is the same material as that hat, and this has the has a belt. This is the bathrobe. This is the bathrobe. Okay, you guys are gonna love this. I cannot wait. This is Ophelia's hair is going to be up in curlers, and notice she made it red hair. She's going to have a bathrobe, curlers. Is the other stuff in here? Let me see. Oh, so I know that Tomboy made a coffee mug. She made a cigarette. I was going to tuck the cigarette behind, like up here, like under. She doesn't have ears, but you know. Oh, here's the donut. She's going to hold a donut. Have her hair in curlers. There's a. I know she made a coffee mug, but I don't see it, so I can get her one. I can get her own coffee mug. And yeah, that one's going to be hilarious. That one's going to be hilarious. Look at the purse. A little purse. Another bag. Look at these things she hand makes. These are like so cute. Tomboy, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. There's one more outfit. The purse is hilarious. I have a mound here in front of me, you guys. All right, last outfit. I love this. It's a springtime dress. Look at that. It's so cute. And her little, like, this is like a gardening outfit. Like I get gardening vibes. This will be perfect because I'm starting to garden. Right? Look at that hat. That's so cute. So I told Tomboy I'm going to put her into business. So get your porch geese. Get your porch geese. Open what? What did I forget? Open up the small. What did I forget? What did I forget? I thought I opened everything. I opened the purse. These are clothes. Clothes. I opened the backpack. The first few. Okay. They're at the bottom. I can't. The backpack and the cowboy outfit are just amazing. This, I love that you thought of me to make me something like that. That is so cute. I opened the notebook. Oh, here we go. This one. The one that has the cards and stuff in it. Oh, a little heart. Look at the little blue heart. Whoop. Oh my God. Yeah. As I throw it down. A little pocket hug. This pocket hug is just for you. Keep it safe and snug. Take it out and hold it tight when you need a hug. That's cute. So I'm assuming that's my hug. I'm going to hold on to that. And this is, oh, can I advertise? I Spy Designs. I will post all of this on my community page. Ooh, look at that. Look at that design. I Spy Designs. Oh, she has an Instagram, a Facebook, a number. I'll get with you privately, Tomboy, just to make sure, like, what I know. I want to promote her to. She has a Gmail, so if you get, it doesn't have to be just the porch goose either. Obviously, you can see how talented she is with so much stuff. So if you think of something that you would like made, Tomboy Charm is your resource. So I will link and post all of her information that she has here on the card and make sure we get that out there. But yeah, amazing, Tomboy. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am so happy with everything you made for Ophelia and just all the extra little things that you sent. So kind. Little zipper bags. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, she could probably baby doll clothes, Barbie doll clothes. Get your Christmas gifts now for all your like nieces, nephews, kids, grandkids. Elf on the Shelf. There you go. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's amazing. So many ideas. We're going to be able to brainstorm all these ideas. Look at how many people hung around for this. You guys are awesome. I love all you guys. Tomboy and Twizzlestick said, what did you say? Get your Christmas gifts now before the economy crashes. Hey, we agree on that, Twiz. We agree on that. Oh, please order things with glitter. Seahawks fan will appreciate that. Please order things with glitter. Oh, she makes purses. Yeah. I'm assuming probably purses, makeup bags, backpacks. Like get a personalized backpack made for somebody. Yep. You know what I like? I have a hippie bag. I told you guys I'm like a hippie at heart. And it's just a big long pouch almost that hangs like around your waist and it's like funky, tie-dye colors. I bet she could make that. That's amazing. It's kind of like a really good beach bag. I love that thing. I will bring that down. I'll try to remember to bring that down for tomorrow to show you. A crossbody. Yeah. Yep. All right. So I'm going to get off here. I will post all that information on my community post. And you guys see Tomboy Charm everywhere. I'm sure Dago's going live as soon as I shut up and get off of here or soon thereafter. And you'll always see Tomboy in the chats. So you can catch her there too. Yes, Tomboy doesn't just only do clothing, cloth material type stuff. She makes amazing tumblers for, anything you could think of. She could design and make a tumbler, a coffee mug, The tumblers are amazing though. I love the tumblers. I'm going to get one of those for sure. Oh, Dago says he's going on at 2:30. All right. So everybody will have enough time. Go get a break, get your drinks and snacks. And I thank you all. Kiss me. I'm so glad you got your book. And I'm sure you started it already. That's amazing. Glad to see you in here. Join me back tomorrow, you guys. Don't forget, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. coming back with more information I can dig up about Ethan and Xana. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Happy unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep, we crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep, we crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep, we crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and wild to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.